First up, we've got Belgium chips. Let me break these down for you. Straight, rigid structure. They've usually got the skin on. I definitely prefer them with the skin on because you get that extra bit of crispy. I think of these chips as like the medium ones in terms of the amount of potato quantity in each chip. It's not anorexic like some chips and it's not obese like some other ones. I'm a big fan of these personally and I think they fit in lovely. I'm usually always happy when I get given these chips. Next up we have crinkle cut chips. Now I actually love me some crinkle cuts. The up down texture really hits all the right spots and the potato quantity is perfect in my opinion. I can't really say enough positive things about these chips. The only negative I can think of is due to the uneven formation of the chips, the cooking can sometimes be slightly uneven. But that's a very minor critique and more to do with the chef than the chip itself. So these are going to go straight and lovely. Big fan of these. Literally had them yesterday. Next up we have cheesy fries. Now the variation for the fries under the cheese can change, but the ranking does not change for me at all. These would go in rather eat paper. I know all the American people are going to be pissed off at me, but cheesy fries are genuinely trash. I just do not like drippy cheese.
Drippy, bro.
Cheesy sauce is absolutely disgusting. The British do terrible food, but I will say they do cheese correctly. Cheese in this form is correct, beautiful and vibrant. This cheese is manky and yucky. So yeah, not a big fan of cheesy fries at all. Moving on to the partner in crime, we have chili cheese fries. I'm sorry, but what are we doing here? Did America invent these as well? Actually, let me quickly check that. Oh yep, US of A. You lot got a lot of crimes to answer for. And chili cheese chips. I will say these aren't as bad as cheesy chips because the mincemeat does cover up the taste of the liquid cheese a little bit. And also anything for the extra protein. So I will put this in average. But please, just stop putting this nonsense on chips. All you need is a plate of chips, ketchup and mayo. If anyone mentions mustard, I'm slapping you. Ooh, wedges. Now, this might be controversial, but wedges have potential, and I repeat, potential to be elite. But these elite wedges are rarer than a black Chinese man. So I have to be realistic. Most wedges are either bad or average. I'm going to be nice and put the wedges in average, because I know wedges are quite hated, but I personally have a soft spot for them. And I have had some elite wedges which are amazing. Moving on to steak chips. I like to call these the fancy chips. I used to be a big fan of these, but as I've grown older, I just prefer them less and less. I'm not sure what it is, maybe the structure and rigidity of them, but I just prefer some of the other chips. There's nothing specific I dislike about these, so I'm just going to put them in average to be honest. Next up we have waffle fries. Now these are actually pretty decent. For some reason most waffle fries I've had are slightly moist or kind of flaccid, but the few times I've had steaming hot crispy waffle fries, they have slapped. The larger surface area allows for more potato and more sauce if you dip. I'm going to give these a steady average because they're good but they're not my go-to, and getting good ones, in my experience, are a bit rare. Now we have the standard skinny chips. These are probably the most popular chips, the most universal chips. And let me tell you, if done correctly, these chips are elite tier. Their uniformity, crispiness, everything about them just feels right. However, these are also the chips which are done the most averagely by a lot of places. Probably because it's the most popular one. So I have to balance the scales and put these in lovely. I'm sorry. For those that haven't tried sweet potato fries, please go and try them. These chips are actually the most consistently euphoric chips I've ever had. Every time I have them, they taste so good.
Fucking delicious.
However, while sweet potato chips are extremely consistent, I feel like there is a ceiling to them, right? It's got a certain threshold which I've just never had a sweet potato chip that exceeds that threshold to go into the elites. In my opinion, whilst only the white have potential to be in the elite, I'm going to put these in lovely, right? I've just not had sweet potato chips that go in elite. So now we're getting into the wacky chips, as I like to call them, and we have tornado chips, which are actually quite nice to be honest. I have had them a few times. I love the easy and efficiency with which you can eat these, and they usually taste pretty good. My only negative is that they are usually more greasy and oily than a lot of normal chips. I'm not 100% sure why, but they sometimes leave like a weird taste in my mouth, which I'm not a big fan of. So because of this reason, I'm going to put them high up in average. And last but not least, we have the curly fries. Now I'm trying to remember, but I don't think I've ever had amazing curly fries. Most curly fries for me, they just get the job done. But I would never go out of my way to order curly fries if there's an option of normal fries as well. So I'm going to have to put them in bad, which I feel bad about, but I genuinely appreciate the work they do and the role they have to fill when stepping into the shoes of, you know, normal chips. And I think they do a decent job, you know. Not everyone can be amazing, but as long as you give a steady average, you know, 6 out of 10s every time, you can't complain. So, but yeah, I'm going to put them in bad. I'm not a huge fan of them. I've just realised I've put nothing in the elite tier, which means something is going to have to get moved up. It's between the crinkle cuts or the skinny fries for me, and the winner is going to be the skinny fries.